What's up, my LV besties? Welcome to Vlogmas day number 13. Goodness, I am up early morning hours to do this so that I can get this done and posted. Due to the fact that I am announcing the winner of the giveaway today, I wanted it to be up at a normal time, or a good decent time. So because most of my videos are up like late, so I didn't want you guys to have to wait on that. So I thought I would get up early and do this video, and I'm excited because it's my first giveaway and I cannot wait to see who wins. And if y'all watched my video yesterday, I probably looked really down and stuff, and I am right now because my allergies are so bad. We had a major weather change come through. It was a cold front, and boy, it really got to me. I suffer from allergies all year long, just about, except for the summertime. So I'm used to this every year, but man, it's hard to keep mascara and eyeliner on and all that because usually my eyes are just like pouring. And I do take medicine and all, but yeah, it just doesn't seem to help. My kids also suffer from allergies, seasonal allergies as well. So yeah, if I look bad, if my eyes look kind of puffy and all that, just I apologize, but this is the way I look until it levels out with the cold, with it not going back from cold to hot. Okay, and then once that does, and my allergies will kind of settle down. But when that weather changes, it does a number on me. And I do believe it's also combined with like sinus issues as well. Anyways, so yeah, allergies are in full swing. My eyes are puffy. That's the way it's going to have to be. Puffy eyes. Yeah, so what I'm going to do in my video for today are my family traditions. And I just jotted down 10 things that we do every single year, which usually starts from after Thanksgiving until Christmas Day. So I just jotted down the 10 most things that, the 10 family traditions that we have that doesn't ever change. I mean, give or take, a few things might be differently, because we do have kids that have other family members to go see, and then just as our family starts to grow, it has been growing, dates have changed and things on some of the of our get-togethers and such, okay? And then as far as like the after Thanksgiving shopping, of course, that has been a little bit different since COVID has hit. So some of these things have changed a little bit. So and I wrote them down that way I wouldn't have to sit and think about all of them. You know, it's just easier to look at what I wrote. And I wrote it in my book that was actually a Christmas present that my husband got me one time. I don't know if I'm trying to get to focus here. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. I've showed you guys this before. This is what I've been writing down all of the things about my bags in, so I can refer back to it during my videos and stuff, like as far as like the dimensions of the bags and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so this is a special book to me, so this is what I wrote my Christmas traditions in. So, and also, these are in no particular order. These were just what popped into my mind and that I knew we did every year. And yeah, definitely no particular order, just how it popped in my head, okay? And y'all know the things that pop in my head are always kind of a little cray-cray. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking with you guys. Alright, one of the things we do is my youngest daughter and I, we watch, and if we can make her daddy watch it with us, which we do a lot. I'm not sure that he enjoys it so much anymore, but we make him, is we watch Christmas movies. Our two favorite ones are Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation. We watch those every single year, and we watch them multiple times, okay? So we usually just lay in my bed and just watch those until my daughter gets tired and then she leaves. And this is my youngest daughter, by the way. When she was younger, we would watch more of like The Grinch, and not that we don't still love those, but yeah, I mean, we had a lot more Christmas movies that we watched together. I just recently started liking the Christmas. I know I'm a little bit behind on this, but recently started watching Christmas movies off the Hallmark Channel, and my husband's like, and I love them. They're so cheesy, but like they're so good also. So anyways, that is one tradition that my youngest daughter and I do every single year. Another one is after Thanksgiving, my mom, myself, and my daughters, and sometimes we take extras like my niece or my son's girlfriend, whoever that can come. We all go shopping after Thanksgiving, and we usually hit up Walmart first because hello electronics, like they always have like a major good deal on electronics. And usually why I go with my mom, well, first of all, I mean just spending time with my mom alone is great, but also I help her get the grandkids gifts because she's got 11 total, and then she also raises 3 boys, which are my nephews, because my sister's no longer here. So I help her go get a lot of things taken care of on that day because she can get some really good deals for so many people. So and we love it. Like we are one of those families that love the like fight of it. You know, like I mean we don't fight for things, but like we love the whole just getting to the things as fast as we can and all that kind of stuff. But that's been a thing that has changed over the past couple of years due to the COVID outbreak, and so we haven't really got to do that. So now we've kind of just been Christmas shopping online after Thanksgiving. But hopefully things will settle down in the COVID stuff and we can get back to doing that in a few years or so. So the third thing we do is this is just of course, like I'm back in, like I said, this is in no particular order, but this is something we do every single year, and this always do Christmas gifts with our kids on Christmas morning, okay? And which means, okay, so my oldest 3 kids, they also have to spend Christmas morning with their dad. So what they usually do is they'll go to their dad's early and then have Christmas with him, and then they come to our house afterwards, and we have a big Christmas, and they stay for a good bit, and then they have to leave because they have other family members to go to see on their dad's side of the family. But on that we devote Christmas morning to our children, okay, and this is my husband and I. So we give them all their gifts, and which is a pretty I'll show you guys. I go overboard. I always have. I love Christmas. I do. I'll show you guys on Christmas morning how overboard I go. I'll get as many photos and some videos as I can, okay? So it takes a while to get through all the Christmas presents, but we totally devote every minute of Christmas morning to the children. And every kid and their girlfriend or boyfriend or wife, which is my new daughter-in-law this year. This is our first Christmas to have her as a daughter-in-law, but she's been in the family for years because they've dated since they were 13 and 15. No lie, you guys. They started liking each other at 13 and 15, okay? So she's been doing Christmas with our family quite some time now. But anyways, this is our first year as her as my daughter-in-law. But not that anything has changed. Anybody that is here, I buy the exact same either amount, or because they have a choice of the amount, or they can do, I spend the same on all of them, whether it be 10 gifts or 5 gifts or 15. However they want it, I do more of an amount of money. Okay, so they get different gifts, but I do stick to a set price per kid, and then they can choose what they want within that, okay? Alright, so that's what we do. The fourth thing we do is, or the fourth tradition we have is Santa leaves unwrapped presents for anybody that is in high school and below. So that is now down to just one child for us, which is my 15-year-old. So she's still getting Santa from Santa. She gets so she wakes up in the morning and she gets to come downstairs and see what Santa left, okay, which is unwrapped. And going back to when all the kids were in school, we did that for all the kids. So now it's weird because we just have one that's coming down and seeing what Santa left. And when she was younger, we did the whole Elf on the Shelf and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, we used to have a lot of fun when the kids were smaller. I always make them understand that it's never about how much anything costs or what you buy them. It's about the meaning behind it. And to know that I do give them a lot, but it's because but I also put a lot of thought into it. And I really do put a lot of thought into the gifts that I get the kids, even if they're sending me a list, okay? Because they do send me a wish list. They send me links to things because I'm not a good techie person. So I'd rather just have a link. But I also buy them things that they do not know about, and I do put a lot of thought into that. So I always make sure they know, the true meaning behind it is not about what you can buy, how much, or what you get, how much I spent on it, or anything like that. It's more of the thought that counts. I make sure that they know it's the thought that counts, and that it all comes from the goodness of my heart and my husband's heart as well, okay? So that's one thing we do have an understanding here in this home, that it is definitely 100% the thought that counts. So, moving past that. Number 5, we always do IHOP on Christmas Day night. We started this when my youngest daughter was 8 years old, and she actually came up with it, and she wanted to do a family tradition every single year. And I said, well, what do you want to do? And she's like, can we go eat at IHOP? And she was just young, and that's just something that popped into her head. At that time, I wasn't even sure if IHOP was open. So I checked to make sure it was, and I was like, you know what, we sure can. So we took all the kids, and it was just my husband. It's always just me, my husband, and all the kids, and then of course now they're whoever they have with them. And we go to IHOP on Christmas Day night and have breakfast. And we started that, like I said, when my youngest daughter was 8, and she came up with that tradition herself. And we love it, and we can look forward to it, and we just all sit there and we wait for an hour usually. But once we get seated, we just, we just talk about everything that, went on through the Christmas time, and it's so much fun. I love it. Alright, so moving on to number 6. Okay, this is what we do with my dad's family, because my mother's family is really not in the picture. So we have Christmas with his parents, which are my grandparents, and his brother and sister, which are my aunt and uncle. I'm sure you guys can put 2 and 2 together and figure all that out. And my cousins. We all get together, and and that date is never a set date, because we try to work it around where everybody can be there. Now that there's so many people, since we've extended out with husbands and wives and kids moving here and moving there and all that. So we never really have a set date, but we do get together and we eat, the traditional family Christmas, like dinner, I guess you could say, which is the turkey, ham, dressing, all that kind of stuff. And then we let the kids, they draw names, like the young children draw names, and then the adults play the man and woman gift. That's what we call it. So we do, the men all bring a gift, and the women all bring a gift, and then we draw numbers, and depending on how many's there, and then, so the first person gets to go choose a gift, and then the second person can steal or choose their own bag, and then the last person comes back and can choose the one who has the last number gets to go, the person with the last number gets to choose from all of that, and then that number 1 can go back and choose again, but no gift can be exchanged more than twice. So we usually have so much fun with that, and we're usually all, you know, like fighting over things, and just out of fun, like total fun. And we never do an expensive thing. We usually spend $10 to $20 on a gift, okay? So yeah, so that's always a blast. And then we all give my grandparents presents, and they always like to give to the children and us, even though we tell them every year, do not give us anything, or, you know, do not worry about us. Y'all come and get gifts and just leave it at that. But they always do still want to give us something. They're so sweet. But we always have a lot of fun on that night. And that's a tradition we have had since I was a little child. I can't remember anything before that, honestly. Other than when I was a child, I don't think we did the man and woman gift. We did everything but that. Okay, so number 6 is my husband and I. Okay, here's what we do. We exchange gifts between each other on Christmas Eve night by ourselves. And the reason we do that is because, like I told you guys earlier, we devote Christmas morning to the kids and the kids only. So we used to do ours on Christmas Day as well, and it became a hassle because I'm trying to take pictures. My husband's usually the one that passes out the gifts, and so his are, you know, piling up over here. Mine's piling up over there, and if I'm unwrapping gifts, I can't watch my kids unwrap gifts, you know. And same for my husband. And so we cut that out about 3 years ago and started doing our Christmas alone. That way we could see everything the kids got, and we didn't have to miss a thing. And it seems to work easier that way. Now, our kids usually give us gifts, even though I tell them not to and ask them not to. And so we will open those with them. But as far as us, as far as my husband and I go, we do ours on Christmas Eve. And it's been so much easier and so much more fun because I really enjoy seeing my kids' faces light up on the things that they get. Okay? So number 7, we do Christmas with my husband's family on Christmas Eve day. So we go have lunch with them, which is usually, again, the traditional turkey, ham, dressing, rolls, all that kind of, you know, y'all know the whole Christmas dinner. Sometimes I want to step outside of that and do like something else, like, but anyways, it's okay, because I don't cook it. If I'm not cooking it, I'll accept anything, you guys. I will eat whatever there is because I do not like to cook. So we eat, and then the kids all unwrap gifts, and we unwrap gifts from my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and then we usually exchange gifts with I have 2 sister-in-laws and a brother-in-law, and two brother-in-laws, I'm sorry, and we exchange our gifts, and it's more of a faster pace thing. Like, my mother-in-law's usually just handing those suckers out like left and right. Like, we really don't take the time to see what anybody gets, so that one's a little bit different. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's usually a pretty quick process, like, and then after everybody unwraps gifts, we look and, you know, everybody showing what they got, all that kind of stuff. So we have a great time. There's a lot of laughs. Yeah, so my kids go to their dad's and do a lot of their dad's family stuff on Christmas Eve, and we go to my husband's parents on Christmas Eve day, okay? And then on number 8, we do Christmas with my parents on Christmas Eve night. And this has been going on, once again, since I was a child. My mom and dad always did Christmas on Christmas Eve night. Santa came on Christmas Eve night. We would go to my great-grandparents first and have Christmas with them. Then we would leave and go to my grandparents' house, which was right down the road because they lived so close together. And we would eat there, and then we would do Christmas there. And then we would leave and come home, and Santa had came while we were at my grandmother's, okay? And so my mom has kept the Christmas Eve tradition going since then. This year, my youngest son, works for an airport, so they are only off on Christmas Day. Yeah. So, if he had different hours, we could still pull it off on Christmas Eve, but he doesn't. He doesn't get home until 10 o'clock at night, and there's just no way anybody can sit up and wait until 10 o'clock at night. So, this is the first year we are going to have Christmas Eve with my parents on Christmas Day night. Okay? But yeah, Christmas Eve night has always been devoted to my parents, and Christmas Eve day has always been devoted to my husband's parents. Okay? So number 9, this is how me and my husband do Christmas for each other. So usually we give each other a wish list, and I'll put of things that we want, and then we also buy each other things that are not on there. So we have some things that we know we're getting, like, you know, y'all know I'm getting that bum bag, because I mean, I've already told you guys 100 times, I know I'm getting that. So, but no, for real, we also do things that we don't know about, and my husband's a great gift giver. He always does, like, jewelry and stuff that I don't know, and it's a little more hard for me to buy him things, because men are just hard in general. Okay, men are just... Okay, we're talking Christmas here, you guys. What are y'all thinking about? Because I'm talking about Christmas gifts. Okay. Let's get that straight. So men are just hard to buy for in general, okay? So my poor sons, I feel sorry for them, because I am like picking their brains left and right trying to figure out what I can get my husband, because they know what he has and what he doesn't have as far as like all that shop stuff and tools, guns, I don't know, car parts, things like that. Yeah, he's hard to buy for sure. But I figure it out always. And then, and also, we have not always been able to give each other the gifts that we give each other now. I can tell you guys, we have not always been blessed in the way that we are now. So in the past, there was many times that, you know, it was that we would get each other just a small $10 gift. There was one year I can remember that we couldn't even afford to get each other anything. And we were okay with that, because as long as our kids were taken care of, that's all we really cared about anyways. So, but yeah, I mean, there's been many, many, many years that it was, you know, either nothing or something, you know, very small, but it didn't matter, because again, like I said, it's the thought that counts. It's the Christmas spirit that we love. It's all about giving, and we choose to give to our children first, okay? And another thing, we always give to other families as well. We don't just give to our children. We usually do. We give to, you know, children in need, or we help a family in general. So we do give to other people as well. We're not stingy people, and we're not just all about ourselves or our kids. And even though I may come on here and joke and laugh and talk about, you know, the bags I want for Christmas and the luxury wish list and all that kind of stuff, do know in real life we also are very generous, and we also help others, okay? That's the truth. We do. Not that I don't want that luxury stuff, you guys. I do. But always will I help other people before my husband and I get for each other, okay? So, moving on. Number 10 is a tradition that I just started about 4 or 5 years ago, and that was collecting snow globes, okay? So I have been collecting those for a meaning of something of that year. And I should have brought those out and shown you guys, but I didn't. But I'll show you guys in another video, okay? And we have a lot of days left of Vlogmas, so I'll show you guys I will definitely show you guys that. But past 5 years, I have bought a snow globe that means something. And one day I'm going to have like a whole big like table or shelf or something that I put all those snow globes on. And I can't wait to like tell my grandkids and great-grandkids one day what the meanings behind each and every snow globe I have is. Also, another thing we do is my youngest daughter and I, we pick out a few new ornaments every single year for our tree. And again, we also try to do something that has meaning behind those as well. And that is a tradition that I started because I started thinking, you know, one day I'm going to have grandkids and stuff, and I want to be able to tell them stories, and I thought these snow globes are a good way to tell them, because they make so many of them that apply to your life now, and the ones that I've gotten have definitely had a great meaning behind them. And I hope that I can always find one that has a special meaning behind it, because I really love doing that tradition. And that is the one thing I really cannot wait to pass down to my grandchildren one day and their kids, and always make sure they're wrapped really good whenever we put our Christmas stuff up at the end of the season. And I make sure that they are where they will not get broken, because I would be so sad if that happened. So yeah, so that is the 10 Christmas traditions that we have every single year, that we do every single year, or places that we go, and how we do Christmas, and the whole shebang. Okay, so if you'll hold on, I'm going to have my husband come in here and help me do the giveaway. So give me just a sec, okay? I cannot wait for this. Ms. Vicky, she said, great ideas, LV Bestie. Have an awesome day. XOXO. Thank you, Miss Vicky, for commenting and watching all my videos, and congratulations.